zangu na ndugu zangu, my sisters and my brothers, thank you. Asanteni sana for the honor of choosing me to speak on behalf of the graduating class of 2019. Thank you for your companionship during this journey and for teaching me so much during my time at CTU. Thank you for the desire, will, and courage to be ministers amongst God's people. We came to the study of God's words by different paths, motivated by different reasons. I speak for myself in saying that even though God and God's word continues to hold deep mystery, I am more convinced than ever that we are first and foremost called to be agents of God's redeeming love. This is what has been the pinnacle of our studies, that despite all we might encounter, and encounter we shall, we are called to be agents of God's redeeming love to all, irrespective of any distinction. What does this mean? How do we model this redeeming love? How will those that God sends our way know that we love them? God's love always gives us freedom. God's very self offers us the freedom to choose always, and thus we are called to ensure that all enjoy that same freedom. It means working that all may be free. As St. Paul reminds us in the letter to the Galatians, it is for freedom that Christ has set us free. Hold firm then, and do not let yourselves be burdened again by the yoke of slavery. What we need and should uphold is the freedom for all people to choose how, what, and why they want to believe and be, while also allowing all to move freely between different faith systems. Even the popular hymn reminds us that they will know we are Christians by our love. They will know we are people of faith by our love. Love has never meant oppressing others or browbeating those who do not agree with us. No matter our beliefs or convictions, our freedom to love God must be other people's freedom to believe what they want. Otherwise, they do not choose or keep faith from a place of freedom. I would be amazed to be offered this platform as a Black woman, the daughter of a phenomenal Kikuyu Kenyan woman, Nyakonyo, and also the daughter of Maria Anna Brunner, the foundress of the Sisters of the Precious Blood, my congregation, and not speak to this second point. For the longest time, religion and the state have treated women as second-class citizens, and weaponized culture and poor interpretations of God's word to enforce patriarchy. Womanist theology compels us to seek to see how the lowliest of women, Black, poor, women of color, queer, non-binary, and non-conforming are treated. It requires an intentional action of deconstructing and reconstructing what is. Christ spent his 3 years of ministry on earth, walking and living amongst the least of our sisters and brothers. This is what womanism is all about, that no one gets left behind. Until we acknowledge the poor status of women, especially women who are more marginalized than others, we will continue to flounder and not move forward. The intentions of patriarchy have not protected anyone, as has been demonstrated, that when too much power and influence is placed on the shoulders of a mere mortal, they eventually crumble, because only God can be God. Womanism gives us the path to map the range of inequality and a basis for beginning to find solutions in love, in community, that leave no one behind. Thomas Sankara, the great African revolutionary and past president of Burkina Faso, said, "The revolution and women's liberation go together. we do not talk of women's emancipation as an act of charity or out of a surge of human compassion. It is a basic necessity for the revolution to triumph. Women hold up the other half of the sky. I believe I echo all of my colleagues today when I say how grateful we are for the opportunity, blessing, and privilege to learn at CTU, to learn about God's redeeming and liberating love, love that calls us to freedom. Thank you, CTU family, faculty, staff, and fellow students for ministering to each of us. The world awaits us, and all of you have contributed to giving us a solid foundation to navigate what lies ahead by loving us into the people we are today. God's wisdom, Sophia, and all of our ancestors will offer us the needed inspiration and guidance in the days to come. Because this is our mission. Redeeming love is our mission. And if they can't find God's redeeming love in us, then where shall they find it?